Thank you. I'm Daniel. I'm an associate professor, more or less, at University of Murcia. With it's a weird position that is in there, but along those lines. And I'm going to be telling you a bit about another of the purposes of the multi-data pipeline together with Sharice that will jump in later on. We've talked so far about how the platform works. We've looked a bit about the inner workings of some of the tools. We looked at some of the applications for research, but another of our aims is to take this pipeline to the classroom, not only to the classroom, but also to people who are interested in using these materials, and they were not as lucky as you were to be in this workshop and having all this information. So I want to tell you a bit about, in this session, about the resources that we have right now up and running in our website, the things that we are preparing for future updates in the website, and some applications to take the pipeline to the classroom and use it in seminars, in real classes, in higher education, or also in other educational settings. So just a brief reminder, we have two websites. All the stuff that I'm going to be telling you about is going to be on the MULTIDATA website, the one you see on your right, which is where all the information of the project, not the pipeline website. So some of the main information you can see there is right now in the frequently asked question section. There's information about main objectives, some information about privacy, citation, how the generals about how the data is being processed. So you can get there some general information about the all the processing of your data. Most importantly, we also have a YouTube channel that Cristobal mentioned before. We have some of our seminars already there. I highly recommend you to watch Cristobal one because he summarizes a lot of the things we're covering in this session, and you can go there and access them whenever you want. And all of our talks in this workshop will be also uploaded to the YouTube channel. So I say hi to future Daniel. And go there and check it again if you want a refresher about anything of the stuff that we have covered in this workshop. We also, if you're interested into the actual coding, right now it's a bit hidden at the very bottom of the main website. You have access there to the GitHub of the multi-data team. And you can get there some more information about general description of the pipeline. You can get access to the actual code. And most importantly, we want to we want people to use the open forum we have there, the open discussion about ideas of further functionalities you would like to see in the platform, changes to current features we offer, comments, announcements, results you got thanks to the tools that the platform is using. So any of all your feedback and any comments would be more than welcome in our GitHub forum. So please go there, gives us very nice comments and praise us a lot, and also criticize the thing that you would like to see improve, because we love all that type of information. You also have there the source code for the web structure of the pipeline, so that you can go there and grab whatever you want. And there's also plenty of links for all the tools that are integrated into a multi-data platform. So Brian talked before about DF Maker, Raul mentioned before all the video to ELAN transcription process. All that stuff is code that has been written by the multi-data team, and it is available in our GitHub. Other types of software that are open source, Whisper, OpenPost, we have direct links to their respective GitHub pages, so you can go there, get their code, and get started with it. So all the information is there. And finally, as Armine has mentioned before, all the processing is done in the FAU cluster. We don't have information about that because of legal and privacy issues, but if you really want to know anything else about that, feel free to write us to our email, and we'll have a discussion to see, we'll get into a conversation, and we'll see what we can talk about. So all that information is already in our website, but we're also working on several updates So you can have all of these resources we are talking about in this workshop available in the website. And the main one is going to be a main master document of the multidata platform. What is this going to include? A general introduction similar to the one you got here to the main functions. Also a step-by-step guide on how to create an account, deal with each of the different tools that Multidata is offering. Also, general descriptions of what each tool can or cannot do. Very important, good practices in data processing, both before you upload data to the platform and after you upload it. Remember that I believe there's a way to erase the videos that you upload. I'm not sure anybody mentioned that, just a quick refresher. But things like specifics about resolution of the videos, quality of audio, issues that may appear because of not using the right format, size of the files, etc., etc. There will be a thorough description of all these type of data processing in the manual. We also have a more in-detail description of what you get in each of the different folders that is the output of the multidata platform. Other more general information regarding privacy policy, legal terms, data management, citation, etc., etc., etc. So we are currently working on this manual. We hope to have a beta version of the manual according to the functionalities we have the multidata maybe by the end of the year, and we will keep updating it as the platform keeps going on, but the idea would be to have a final master document by the end of the project. So another thing, or the things that the document would include, and I will jump into this in a moment, would be some applications of this platform to education and also research practices. So you saw a bit about the research part, and I'll talk in a second about the education part. So another of the resources we are working on are online tutorials. So again, I'll take you to our YouTube channel, and our idea is to summarize some of the contents of this manual about how to open an account, how to process data, how to interpret data, to summarize it in the form of short videos that guide you step by step with an image where they are telling you where you have to click, what you have to drag, a very thorough guide about how to use the multi-data platform to make the most out of it. So we believe that that type of tutorial together with the manual would be enough for people just to get started with the platform. And if they want more information, we'll be happy to reply to any emails. And as I said, another of our objectives is to bring this pipeline to the classroom. So today we're going to be showing you two very small experiences that could be brought into the classroom. I'm going to talk a bit about how I believe I could build a small multimodal corpus for my students, which are first year students of English linguistics in Spain. And then Sarish will talk about some lecture series on kinematic analysis that are being designed using mostly MediaPipe. So when I'm thinking about how to build a multimodal corpus, I'm thinking about my students. My students, I have around 260 more or less, so a few people. And they don't really know what a corpus is. Some of them know what a verb is. Many others do not. So we are starting at a very basic level. So the idea of this type of session would be a very basic introduction to how a corpus works, how you can create your own mini corpus, and to start getting into corpus-based research. But and this is where the multidata platform comes in, trying to use video data and trying to create this corpus from video data that you can easily find online and create your own corpora from all this video data. So I would think I could make this seminar work with 20, 30 people and around an hour and a half, 100 minutes, more or less, so I can guide all the students through all this process. Some of the learning outcomes I just mentioned, a brief introduction to corpus, some of the main tools in corpus building, how to build textual corpora out of video data, just some basics about corpus searching. The materials that you need would be, of course, the access to the multidata platform, some type of corpus software. In University of Murcia, we often use Sketch Engine. You can also use Ancon, which is freely available. That depends on what you like the most. And a set of videos that you want to extract linguistic data from. Something as easy as going to YouTube and download any video that you would like to work on. I chose for this just because I think it was fitting another video of Trump with a speech, because I don't think he appeared enough in this very workshop. So one more. So what I've done is to more or less break down how I think the flow of the seminar would work. I was timing how long it took us to log in and sign up. Maybe I should increase 10 minutes to 15 or 20 minutes for the signing up process of the platform, because there will be issues. If they do that at home, it shouldn't take as long, but around 10, 15 minutes to sign in and submit the files to the multidata platform. Much better if you, as the teacher, have that prepared and send that to them in case there are any issues. And in this case, because we are only working with text, or we only want to work with a transcription, we'll only be working with the audio transcription. So we want the WhisperX file to then make our corpus. Of course, you can use other tools if you want to do analysis on ELAN, or you want to do something a bit more advanced with gesture analysis. You will be working with the transcript plus the ELAN file. If they are very advanced, probably not first years, you can start working with the open post data. So that depends on the course that you are trying to teach. Files, again, should be processed more or less like immediately. If not, you can get them prepared. And then the important thing is to guide, as we did in the previous sessions, to guide people where the information you need is. So trans-speech process is the original data file. In there we have a transcription file, and in there we have tons of documents, but what we really want is the TXT file that has all the speech and all the textual data we are going to use. After that, we'll need to move to the corpus software you will want to use. As I said, you can use Ancon, you can use Sketch Engine, wherever you want. We often work on Sketch Engine. And then it will be a matter of guiding students about, well, what type of questions you want to ask the corpus. Again, they are first years, so something easy and straightforward like general frequency, distinction between content and function words, having a look at some type of very, very obvious collocations, playing around with different searches specific about nouns or verbs, something quite straightforward. You even can try to go and use some wildcards to just get some advanced knowledge. Since this course is designed for a general introduction to linguistics, it's not specific to corpus analysis, I'll keep it brief and simple so they have a first-hand introduction. And then I think the most interesting part would be to let them build their own corpus. They could go to YouTube and they could get more Trump videos, but I think it's better if we get some cooking videos about how to make some really nice potatoes, for example. And this would be the real objective of the seminar. They've learned how to upload a video to multi-data. They've learned how to extract the textual part. Now they can go to YouTube. They can extract the video, they can download it, they can process it themselves through the multidata pipeline, and they can upload it to their own corpus software to create their own corpus-based video, corpus-based video textual corpus. Yeah. So this process will be probably the most time-consuming. They will have problems about how to download the videos, how to download it to the platform. So it will be a moment for the lecturer to move around, check that they know how the work is done, check that there are not any issues with the pipeline. And you can even extend more on this by, well, working in a small group, so they can start making some general questions about their own corpora, and they can start working on their own data. You can even go deeper into this, putting some type of more long-term assignments in which they have to create their own corpora about cooking of a particular person or political speeches over a period of time, so they can get their own data from the internet and they can start creating their own corpora. So again, this would be like a very straightforward application in a very introductory course in linguistics, but from these to using the automatic transcriptions for kinematic analysis, more advanced corpus software. Again, as I said before, if you are dealing with master students, you can start looking at open post analysis and trying to do something with the JSON files. A bit depends on the levels you are dealing with. And now I'm going to leave you with Cerise, who is going to tell you a bit more about how you can apply some of the tools of the multi-data platform to kinematic analysis, and more precisely how you can, well, they are creating a lecture series based on this type of data.
All right, so again, I'm Charisse, and so today I'll be talking about a lecture and tutorial video series that we're developing to help gesture and sign language researchers get more comfortable with the concepts and tools for video-based motion tracking and kinematic analysis. So first I want to talk about why such a lecture series is needed and what our goals are. So our first goal is to provide educational opportunities that are accessible to a broad audience. Gesture studies is a very interdisciplinary field, but some people with backgrounds in fields like linguistics or psychology may not have background knowledge in the principles of biomechanics that underlie kinematic analysis. And many of us know from experience that developing the technological skills required for kinematic analysis can have steep learning curves, so we want to help researchers bridge that knowledge gap and reduce the learning curve. And there are already a lot of really great resources and scripts available online for conducting kinematic analysis. Many of us have attended summer school workshops or taught ourselves using various online resources, but it can be difficult to know where to begin and how to progress. So this lecture series will provide researchers with a path to build their knowledge and skills with resources that they can come back to. And finally, we want to acknowledge how much we've learned through open science practices and from other researchers who have generously and openly shared their resources. So we also want to continue to advance the field by contributing openly available resources from our group. And here at the MPI, we're very fortunate to have a focus group of researchers who are each applying kinematic analyses to their own data sets to answer different questions about gesture or sign language production. And this has allowed us to learn a lot collectively from each other about what kinds of analyses might be best suited for certain research questions and what possible problems researchers might encounter along the way. So we also want to share these lessons with the wider community. So the lecture series will start with 10 lectures that will be hosted on GitHub and a YouTube playlist, and will cover a variety of introductory topics such as what is video-based motion tracking and what can the biomechanics of movement teach us about gesture or linguistics. If you're just getting ready to start data collection for a project and you know you want to do kinematic analyses, how can you optimize your data collection methods to get the best quality motion tracking data? For example, in terms of camera angle, shutter speed, frame rate, or lighting. How do you pre-process your raw motion tracking data to reduce noise and to enable comparison across participants? How do you integrate your motion tracking data with manual annotations of gesture events in ELAN and bring different sorts of time series data together? And And what kind of calculations can you perform to quantify the temporal and spatial characteristics of a movement for statistical analysis? So the lecture series will use a small data set from publicly available YouTube videos from The Moth, which is an organization that hosts live storytelling events. They also have a really great podcast, which I recommend. And so we'll demonstrate using this toy data set how you can combine ELAN annotations, automatic speech transcriptions, and motion tracking data to perform kinematic analyses. So you'll be able to replicate the analyses with this toy data set, or follow along with your own data sets using the tools that you've gained experience with today and the the multi-data pipeline. So one thing you might be wondering is, when will this lecture series be available? We are actively organizing the course materials and preparing to begin recording the lectures soon. So we don't have an estimated launch date yet, but hopefully we'll make the GitHub and the YouTube videos publicly available in the near future. So for now, please be patient and stay tuned. And with that, I want to thank the core members of the team who have been working on this project, as well as all the members of the Kinematics Focus Group. Asla and Anita are also here today, and Anna as well as part of this team. So yeah, all of these people have contributed greatly to these ideas and helped to inspire this lecture series. So we look forward to sharing more information with you soon. And that's it for me.